And we're moving to our second sphere, which is disabilities. And I have the true honor and pleasure to invite on stage Oren Tamari, the CEO of UPnRIDE and the previous general manager of ReWalk, a company we're all excited about, UPnRIDE. Thank you, Oren.
Thank you, Laly. Hi, good morning. Boker tov לכולם. I hope, there are, I think, a couple of thousand chairs in this hall, and I hope you all feel comfortable in your chair. So I start with a brain teaser. On the screen behind me, there are 5 items. Which item do you think is the most harmful to our health? Can you guess? Oh, okay. Yeah. It is the chair. I think that many know that sitting for long periods leads to numerous health problems. So now, imagine what happens to disabled people. They have no choice but to sit in a wheelchair all day and every day. The fact is that wheelchairs have existed for at least 25 centuries, but their design has remained basically the same, forcing disabled people to stay in a sitting position and suffer from the negative consequences of sedentary life. This had to be changed, and we took the challenge of reinventing the wheelchair. By introducing the UPnRIDE, we aim to change the life of millions by giving them a real upright mobility, allowing them a better social inclusion, and improving their health and quality of life. Moreover, we aim to impact their families, communities, health insurers, and states by reducing the overall cost of disability and increasing the participation in labor force and contribution to GNP. The greatest impact of the UPnRIDE is on people's lives. Adir had a dream of standing under the chuppah with his bride Liat. In the Jewish tradition, giving joy to the bride and groom is a big mitzvah. And this is what we did by enabling Adir to realize his dream. Please welcome Adir to the stage and his wife Liat. They will tell you their amazing story.
It was planned.
Yeah, this is the wrong ramp.
Hi, good morning. Sorry for the non-perfect English. The words coming out from my heart, from our hearts, and not from the mind. 6.5 years ago, I was lying in a hospital bed, in my hospital bed, fighting for my life. You cannot understand how thrilled we are to stand here in this great event and share our personal story. Thank you. It's another chance to thank wonderful people that did everything they could to fulfill our dream.
4 months ago, in another huge event, We stood together and looked at each other's eyes in front of God and our family and friends.
About a month before our wedding, I knew I want to walk down the aisle, not willing, and look at my guest from a small boy point of view. I searched deeply for the best solution there is, and I realized there is no better device than the OurCrowd.
To my repeated questions on how he would enter to the chuppah, he always answered, "I'm not sure yet." Even the night before the wedding, I got the same answer. I assumed he will use his own wheelchair, or maybe some of his friends will help him to stand up.
The OurCrowd staff was great and supportive from the beginning. I tried the device once, and immediately I knew this is what I dreamed on. They were perfect. On the wedding night, right from the transplanting the device from Yokneam and until we ended the chuppah, our special night became perfect. Thanks to those magnificent people, when I understood I can invest to help Oren and Amit to upgrade the device even more, I didn't hesitate for a moment.
OurCrowd is an amazing device, probably because the people who worked on it are one of a kind and have a huge hearts and passionate to help others. Thank you.
Thank you, Liat. Thank you, Adir. Okay. By the way, Adir mentioned he is one of our shareholders. You know, after trying the device, he decided immediately to take part, in our company and invested his own money. Okay, just to summarize, unfortunately, around 1% of the population is in a wheelchair. You don't see them. But the technology is here to alleviate this situation. A recent report on the global robotic wheelchairs market forecast an annual growth of almost 24% and recognizes UPnRIDE Robotics as one of the key players in this field. To reach our aims and to continue being a key market player, we are raising new funds and invite investors to share our vision and our journey. Thank you, and don't forget to stand up as much as you can. And when you do it, just visit the OurCrowd booth in the main hall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oren. Thank you. I think this even demonstrated real life that when it comes to human disabilities, even the smallest things can be the biggest challenge. And I'm delighted to have with us here the legendary CEO of Insightec, Maurice Ferré, and I think his speech and the video will continue to demonstrate this. Thank you, Maurice, for being here with us.
Good morning, everybody. What an unbelievable story with Upright. Congratulations, it's so touching. And it's just, John, what you've done here at OurCrowd is absolutely remarkable. It's incredible, the idea of this impact fund and the ability to make money, but do it in doing good. And Insightec is that type of story. What we're going to share with you today is going to be an amazing journey that we've taken on how we're changing people's lives. And we've been very fortunate here as an Israeli company building Insightec. And with it, we've had some of our key investors here, OurCrowd. Thank you very much. And Oxygen and Siman, who's here in the audience with us, thank you very much. And special thanks also to Maury Blumenfeld for a lot of the hard work in the early days for pulling all this together, who works with OurCrowd. So let me share with you the Insightec story and impact. If we can have the video, please. Impact. Insightec makes an impact on people's lives every day. Our technology uses sound waves to precisely treat deep in the brain without a scalpel. To put this into perspective, in the continuum of healthcare, first there was open surgery, then minimally invasive surgery, and then came robotic surgery. Insightec has introduced a transformative new platform that presents a paradigm shift in patient care. It's called Incisionless brain surgery. Let's listen to Jody, who suffers from essential tremor.
Hi, my name is Jody Meyer. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I've had an essential tremor for 18 years. I am an office manager for a 911 center where I partake in a lot of meetings. The tremors in my hands becomes very difficult to speak in front of the groups in the committees. Being a mother of 3 children, the essential tremor is becoming very, very difficult as far as preparing meals for my children, putting on my daughter's makeup for her cheer competitions, pouring them a glass of milk. I struggle with that every day on how I can try to hide from people not seeing me shake as much as I do today. In July of 2016, I seen that the Focus ultrasound was approved by the FDA. For 18 years, I've been praying for some kind of relief, and it's going to finally become true. This essential tremor is not going to rob my life anymore. Being a mother of my 3 children, after the procedure, I've been able to pick up a lot more daily tasks that before I used to rely on my children to do. Simple things such as tying their shoes. My family was very excited. I'm able to do a lot more things, more independent, to be a stronger mother, to be a stronger person.
So how do we do this? How do we do this? By this amazing technology developed here in Israel called MR-guided focus ultrasound that uses over 1,000 ultrasound beams that converge at a single point. At high frequencies, we can create a lesion with sub-millimeter accuracy. We have now treated over 20,000 patients using MR-guided focus ultrasound. At lower frequencies, something remarkable occurs. We can temporarily open a window in the brain to allow a wide variety of drugs to enter. Currently, 99% of drugs do not cross the blood-brain barrier. Insightec is the first company in the world to open the blood-brain barrier in a non-invasive, targeted, and reversible manner. We have the potential to impact 200 million lives. People living with changing diseases. Numerous publications have validated the safety and the efficacy of this technology. There's now 3-year follow-up data on our pivotal trial for essential tremor, and initial safety results were recently published using focus ultrasound to treat Alzheimer's disease and glioblastoma. Patients are being enrolled in around 20 clinical trials to evaluate the potential of our focus ultrasound to treat such diseases as Parkinson's, epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and glioblastoma. Right now, our technology is making an impact on the lives of people all over the world. Do you know anyone who shakes when they reach for a glass or pay for their bill? Essential tremor and Parkinson's disease causes uncontrollable shaking in more than 40 million people worldwide. When did you this morning that you required thinking that you needed a steady hand? Imagine not being able to sign your name, drink a cup of coffee, shave, get dressed by yourself, or eat in a restaurant. With incisionless surgery, it's just a couple hours. People living with debilitating tumors can go from this to this. It still amazes me every time I see. Thank you very much.